to Malaysia, population 28 million. The main language spoken is Malay. The capital, Kuala Lumpur, is a central cultural hub for the nation.
Malaysia is situated just north of the equator between Thailand and Singapore. Malaysia is a federation of 13 states with 11 on the Malaysian Peninsula and 2 on the island of Borneo. With a population of just over 27 million people, a low cost of living and a year-round tropical climate, Malaysia remains a favorite destination for travelers the world over. Malaysia is a nation rich in diversities. One of the first places you'll notice this diversity is in the smiling faces of those waiting to greet you. Malaysia is truly a racial melting pot, where Malay, Indian, Chinese, and smaller ethnic groups live together in respectful harmony. Malaysia's diverse cultural heritage adds spice and color to every aspect of life here, from religions and festivals to culinary traditions and architecture. The national language is Malay, but English is widely spoken, making it a breeze for travelers to find their way around and to get to know the locals. Malaysia is also a country of awe-inspiring geographical diversity. Looking for unspoiled beaches and clear tropical waters? In Malaysia, some of the world's most pristine islands and marine habitats await you. Feel the need to rise above the mundane everyday world? Come, let your spirit soar among highland hideaways and mist-shrouded mountains. Longing for a little adventure? Explore some of the Earth's steamiest jungles, wildest rivers, and longest cave systems. Malaysia is a land of natural diversity. As one of the 12 most biologically diverse countries in the world, Malaysia is a treasure trove of amazing natural richness and beauty. 70% of the country's land area remains forested, and the country is a world leader in conservation and sustainable tourism programs. Malaysia is a place of diverse experiences. For active travelers, there are endless ways to enjoy the Malaysian outdoors. Tee off on some of the world's most beautiful golf courses. Explore endless trekking trails or kayak up the river into valleys, forests, and jungles that most people will only ever experience in nature magazines. Then, there are those urban jungles to explore. In Malaysia, the past and the future sit side by side. Some of the New World's most celebrated architectural creations rise above proud historic districts that have changed little for decades. Malaysians love to shop, and the country is packed with modern plazas, quaint shophouses, and sprawling markets. From designer fashions and electronics to exquisite tribal handicrafts and antiques, Malaysia is the place for bargain hunters. There are thousands of temples and places of worship that dazzle the senses and soothe the soul, as well as health and beauty spas waiting to rejuvenate the mind, body, and spirit. Malaysia is a land with a culture as diverse as those who come to experience it, and those who come to visit often return. Because no two visits to Malaysia are quite the same.
Malaysia My Second Home program is initiated by the Malaysian government. It gives people the world over the opportunity to stay in Malaysia for as long as possible on a social visit pass with a multiple entry visa. Besides a host of special benefits, participants on this program are offered a renewable social visit pass with multiple entry visa for an initial period of 10 years. Citizens of all countries recognized by the Malaysian government, regardless of race, religion or age, can apply to make Malaysia their second home.
Well, originally we're from Australia, from Victoria, and we came here very often on holidays. And that went on for about 5 years, and each time that we had to go back to Australia after our holidays, it got harder and harder. So when we sold our last business in Australia a few years ago, we decided to make the move here permanently. And that's how we came to be on the Second Home program.
We bought an old shop house and renovated it. It's now a very comfortable home, and we're very happy to be living here.
Maybe not everybody realises how lucky they are here to have a country that's very safe and very peaceful, and none of the peculiar infighting that goes on in so many other countries amongst different races and religions and so on. And that was one of the big attractions here. Plus the people are so friendly and they do their very best to make you feel welcome.
Different races there.
Peace and stability have long been a major reason why many people of all nationalities flock to Malaysia. She carries the distinction of being among God's most beautiful creations, endowed with breathtaking natural beauty. Yet among the most stable economies in Southeast Asia. While it is a Muslim country, Malaysians who hail from various religious backgrounds are free to practice their individual religious beliefs and customs. This no doubt lends to the air of festivity and celebration all year round.
We're doing our best to encourage other Australians to come here as well. So any time that anybody's got any questions, just ask me. I'll tell them how wonderful it is here.
In the last 5 years, close to 10,000 participants have successfully made Malaysia their second home. Some came to escape their hot summers or cold winters, some to retire or semi-retire, some for their children's education, and some use Malaysia as a base for their work and businesses in the region.
I am a pensioner and live on my pension from the United Kingdom. There is no problem whatsoever in transferring money through the bank or other means to Malaysia from the UK or Europe or Singapore. There is no special problems connected with the rules and regulations in Malaysia. But getting old, one is often ill or seriously ill, and I've discovered that the facilities not only in Kuala Lumpur but elsewhere in Malaysia like Penang and Sarawak, where I lived for 4 years, were excellent. All the doctors were trained overseas. I had no problem in just going along and being well treated, and when necessary accepted in hospital, fully looked after as well.
An efficient healthcare system is another reason why living in Malaysia is a viable option. The professionalism and relatively affordable cost of medical services here have made Malaysia a healthcare destination of choice within Asia.
It is easy to see that people in Malaysia can be Muslim or Catholic or Protestant or Hindu or many other religions. There are no hindrances whatsoever, and it is very nice to see and realize that those who are interested in religion can do so without any problem whatsoever. In fact, there was nothing I could find not living here. Thinking of Singapore and Indonesia were possibilities, but for various reasons I turned against those, finding it easier in the long run to stay in Malaysia.
Today is well on course to achieve developed nation status by the year 2020. And business events has been identified as one of the key tourism sectors to drive that growth. There are many reasons to believe that Malaysia can achieve its target of being one of the top 5 Asian destinations for hosting international conventions. Malaysia's diversifying economy brings with it many opportunities to expand its potential. Investments in medical sciences, technology, infrastructure, oil and gas and higher education are expediting advancements for the country. Malaysia's success comes from its strategic location in the world's largest and fastest growing economic region, and where over 60% of the world's population reside. For many generations, it has been a trading and business hub between the Middle East, Asia and the West. From this comes a fusion of Asian cultures, religions, food and languages like nowhere else. Malaysia is increasingly becoming a first port of call for international meetings wanting to enter the Asian marketplace. Why? Because it is a microcosm of Asia and an easy place to do business. It is English-speaking yet multilingual. Malaysians are amongst the world's friendliest people, providing a safe and stable place to visit. It offers great value for money, making it affordable and easily accessible. The country has the world-class infrastructure necessary to accommodate the vast majority of business events. Visitors to our shores have always been attracted to Malaysia's exotic and diverse attractions that inspire and motivate the world's most experienced travelers. Malaysia's fusion of Malay, Indian, Chinese and indigenous cultures, World Heritage Sites, natural wonders, unique wildlife, splendid food and idyllic tropical islands provide the perfect backdrop. Malaysia is a youthful country with great aspirations and emerging as a centre for business, research and development opportunities. A country on track to reach its full potential. It is a role model for other emerging nations as it heads rapidly towards developed nation status. For over 600 years, Malaysia has been a nexus for business, trade and meetings. Malaysia is truly Asia's business events hub, where the world's people come to connect with Asia.
rising from the Andaman Sea in emerald perfection is Langkawi, an archipelago of 99 island jewels just 30 kilometers off the northwestern coast of Peninsular Malaysia. The Langkawi archipelago is also a UNESCO-listed geopark. The centerpiece of this treasure is Pulau Langkawi, one of the most popular holiday destinations in Asia. Blessed with stunning beaches, jungle-clad mountains, sensational food, vibrant nightlife and duty-free shopping, Pulau Langkawi has something for everyone. There are beaches to suit every taste and accommodations for all, from budget-minded travelers and families to those seeking the finest in resort opulence. Visitors can simply while away the perfect days in a hammock or throw themselves into the many activities and sights that Langkawi has to offer. Take the cable car to the astonishing Sky Bridge or dive into the undersea wonderland of the Pulau Paya Marine Park. Tee off on a world-class golf course or trek through unspoilt forests and conservation areas with expert eco-guides. Explore uninhabited islands and secluded bays or strut your stuff on the dance floor with partygoers from all over the world. Endowed with the finest natural and cultural heritage and generous to all who visit, it's not hard to see why Langkawi is known as the Jewel of Kedah.